Hello, friends and family. I am CR Voltic, and today we will be going over my 11 favorite players in FIFA 16. And this will be the second video I ever put on my channel. The first video was a short free kick compilation that I made. I scored all of those. I thought they were all nice. And I thought that I would make my first video about shit I like. So today we're doing my favorite 11 FIFA 16 players. Number 11, we have Sergio Ramos, Spanish center back for Real Madrid, and I love him because I know a lot of people dislike him because of this, but I love him because of his high medium work rates. Because I always pair him with some strong center back that falls back like Pepe or company, and I have them fall back, and I have Ramos getting up and basically sweeping before the attacker can even get past my midfield. And I know that's kind of dumb, but that's how I like playing it. And number 10 is Marco Reus. Now, Marco Reus is an amazing forward. The only reason I don't like him is because of his medium work rates. I hate using him as a winger personally. He's always too far back for me, which is why I always play him in a 4-3-2-1. Because if I play him on a 4-3-2-1, I play him like the opposite of Robin. I run down the left side, I cut to my right, and then I shoot with my right with a finesse shot. Marco Reus's finesse shots are insane. They always have been, they always will be. Number 9 is Daniel Carvajal. Daniel Carvajal is my favorite fullback and the only fullback on this list, mainly because of his ability to cross it into my strikers. My personal preferred formation is a 4-3-1-2, and because my lack of wingers, most of my crossing is done with my fullbacks, and I love relying on Carvajal, even though a lot of people don't like him because of his low shooting. His crossing stat is 81, I believe. And he's just an amazing crosser. I score so many assists with him. In fact, in the 10 games I played with this new upgraded Carvajal I bought, I have had 6 assists already. Just checked on my PlayStation. And let's move on. Number 8 is Kevin De Bruyne, Manchester City center mid. I play him center mid. I don't know why it's at CDM on the FootWiz, but Kevin De Bruyne is amazing because of his ability. He's really strong. For me, I know a lot of my friends that use him say that he's kind of weak, but for me, he seems to always be really strong. He can sit there with the ball and he can push off all of his defenders that he's trying to cut between, and he can always put in a through ball to Benzema or put in a pass to Rakitic or someone to cross it back in, but he always likes sitting central on my team and basically running the entire play and cutting through defenders, and he scores lots of long shots. And he scores lots of headers for me. I don't know why, but he scores a lot of headers for me. My next is Pepe, who is my favorite, second favorite center back in the game. My first favorite center back is arguably a center back, but my favorite center back in the game is Pepe. Now, Pepe, I love him because he's a fucking monster. Oh my god. He sits back for me. I like pairing him with, my favorite pairing is Pepe and Vincent Kompany is my favorite pairing of center backs at the moment. That's what I run on my current squad. Because they both sit back. But Pepe especially likes to sit back and just wait for attackers to run into him, and then he kills them. I actually think Pepe is my most yellow-carded player on my entire squad. Yeah, just check. 122 games, and he has 21 yellow cards. My Pepe. He's got 93 something aggression, 94 strength. He just is a tank. He's a beast machine. Next we'll move to Gareth Bale, who arguably is the best player in FIFA of all time. The only reason I don't rank him too high on this list is because for some reason for me his finishing is just not too good. I love him to death because of how strong he is and how he's able to cut in on the right side and work it with his left and beat every single defender with his pace and his physical. But the only reason he's not that much higher on my list is because, for me, he can't finish his goals properly. But I've gotten near post with him so many times, and I can most of the time get it in. I just don't put him higher on this list because of, for me, his lack of ability to put it into the back of the net. Next, we go on to my favorite defender in the game, Jan Vertonghen. Now, Vertonghen, like Ramos, has a high medium work rate, and I know he has worse stats than Ramos, but for me, Vertonghen is always there, better than Ramos, and even better than Pepe. Vertonghen is, I don't know how, because I don't have any custom tactics on. But for me, whenever I play Jan Vertonghen, wherever the ball is on my defensive side of the pitch, he is already there. They send in a through ball to Sergio Aguero. Vertonghen is already pressing up his shoulder against Sergio Aguero. He's always there no matter what, all the time. Next we go to Antoine Griezmann. Now, specifically, his position changed right wing side because, for me, his striker card doesn't play very well. I've only had 1 goal in the 7 games I played with the striker card. But his right wing card is amazing in a setup I used to use, which is Antoine Griezmann, Karim Benzema, and Marco Reus in a 4-3-2-1. That's one of my favorite attacking trios. But Antoine Griezmann is amazing because he's always good at passing it to a midfielder, and then the midfielder passes it back. He's amazing at his interceptions for me, and he can always bomb it up the right wing, and he's always open for a pass to put it into the back of the net. Now, number 3 is Thibaut Courtois. I've had a lot of my friends argue with me on this. In my opinion, Thibaut Courtois is the most goddamn insane keeper on this entire game. He saves at least 7, he gets at least minimum 7 saves a game, which I know is awful that I'm getting 7 shots on target against me. But Thibaut Courtois saves everything for me. He's a Goliath, he's 6'6", he's left-footed, which that doesn't really matter. But Thibaut Courtois stops every single shot that comes his way for my game. I think the worst he's ever been defeated by me was a 5-3 defeat, and that's because I was running 3 in the back. Now, my second best player is James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez, one word, pure class, in the words of Akinfenwa. James Rodriguez, I play him at cam, it says striker on here, is just amazing. His long shots are insane. His volleys are insane. I've scored so many volleys from a corner from him. I've scored volleys from outside the box with corners with him. He's always right where I want him to be for a long shot or a perfect chip through ball or a perfect normal through ball or a pass to a winger straight to a striker. He's always there. His attacking position is fantastic for me, and he's my highest scoring free kick scorer. I think I've scored 14 free kicks with him this year. He is just insane. He's always someone I can rely on to be there, score goals, or create chances. Now, my favorite player in this game, I swear to you I am the only person who you will ever find who picked this as their favorite player in this game. And it's not because I wanted to be special or original. It's just because he is goddamn horrendously insane in this game for me. Fernando Torres. I have played 152 games with my Fernando Torres. I have it right here. And he has 122 goals and 39 assists. And while I know a lot of people have positive goal ratios with a lot of their players, I'm shit at FIFA. My record is all online. My record is 125, 29, and 115. But Fernando Torres is better for me, is better than Benzema. He's better than Antoine Griezmann at striker. He's better than Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who I packed. Yay. He's better. I made a list. He is better than Luis Suarez. These are all people I played with. The only two strikers on this game I would call better than Fernando Torres are Luis Suarez and Sergio Aguero. I'd say he's about the same as Robert Lewandowski in terms of his abilities for me, but I'd pick him over Tevez, I'd pick him over Benzema, Higuain, Aubameyang. I would legitimately pick him over Aubameyang, Diego Costa, all the big-name strikers. Fernando Torres does better for me. No matter what, just like James Rodriguez, but more in a goal-scoring stance, no matter what, Fernando Torres is always 3 feet away from the goal, getting ready for some sort of tap-in or some sort of header. Or my favorite thing when he does is when he's on the right side, I play him on the right side of my 2 strikers on my 4-3-1-2, is when he cuts in left a little and scores a finesse with the outside of his right foot. It's beautiful. He scores volleys all the time. Like I said, he scores tons of headers. He's just a goal-scoring maniac for me. And anyways, guys, this has been my favorite 11 players. My favorite 11 players. And I hope you all have put in the comments what you think your favorite 11 players are. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. Cheers.